Hey, Jordan. How are you? Happy Tuesday. How are you? How are you? How are you? Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm doing good. Doing good. Getting this light cardio in. Getting this light cardio in for today. No, we have to wrap up this whole exercise schedule at the end of the day. I start in the morning. We wrap it up in the evenings. Hi, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Whether you're stopping by for a few seconds, a few minutes, a portion of the live, be it the beginning, the middle, or the end, or the whole live, I appreciate you. If you catch this replay, you are appreciated as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. So what kind of Tuesday is it for you guys? I hope it's a happy one, a terrific Tuesday, right? A tantalizing Tuesday, like in a good way. I guess tantalizing can be good, can it? Tickle your taste buds Tuesday. Tickle your taste buds Tuesday. So what are you going to tickle your taste buds with? Tacos? Taco Tuesday? Taco Tuesday? Tasty Tuesday? Tell me about it Tuesday? There's so much you can do. Variety. I just gave y'all about five or six topics or titles, right? And you can use your own. Taco Tuesday. Tell me about it Tuesday. Tell them how you feel Tuesday. Tantalizing Tuesday. Terrific Tuesday. Pizza. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Pizza, pizza, pizza. Pizza sounds good. Pizza sounds good. I love a nice veggie pizza. And I love a nice beef pizza. Beef, beef, beef. I don't care much for pepperoni. I don't know. I don't think that pepperoni has a bad taste. But you know how sometimes it's something about the texture of food. I don't like the way, I don't know. I guess if I had to have a pizza with pepperoni, I'll have to eat the pepperonis like the whole slices. I cannot stand biting into a pizza and I bite into the pepperoni. It just doesn't feel right. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's something about the texture. But a lot of people are like that. They like certain foods. They like foods, but they don't like them a certain way. They have to have them done in a way that they can groove with. So we're walking with the purpose over here. We walk with the purpose over here. We're moving and grooving. We keep moving. We keep moving. And we move consistently, continuously, consistency, and we're persistent about being consistent. Okay? So if you have any health issues, and if you are perfectly healthy, no health issues to your knowledge, you still want to what? Always consult your primary healthcare provider. Be that your doctor, your nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant. If you've had any injuries in the past, hey Joshua, your physical therapist, your occupational therapist, your specialty doctors, you know, those who specialize in certain fields of health, you want to talk with them. Heck, you want to talk with your fitness coach, your weight trainer, your personal trainer at the gym, right? Any of those people, your dietitian, your nutritionist, your psychologist, your therapist, any of those people, they're a member of your healthcare team, okay? Think of football, think of basketball, right? Think of you as the quarterback and your doctor is your coach, okay? Hey, Joshua. Thank you for saying hello to Jordan and myself. I appreciate you. We're coming uphill, guys. So we still walk and talk. We just pull. You got to keep moving. Keep going. Keep pushing. Keep climbing. Keep elevating. Whatever it is that you need to do to put you in the place that you need to be, keep doing it. Jordan says, hey there, Joshua. Hey there, Joshua. You know, you have to be careful where you step. Joshua says, that's good, Joshua. Thank you, Jordan. Yeah, people will let their pets. I saw one lady yesterday. She literally took her dog to somebody's mailbox. And I'm like, I don't care if it's number one or number two. Do not stop in front of my house at my mailbox. You take them down the street to the curb, on somebody's curb, not on my grass. You got kids and stuff at your house. Come on now. Thank you, Jordan. So yes, we move with a purpose. Over here in Lodge Pride, every day when we walk and talk, we move with a purpose, right? Now, your purpose may be this pace, right? Your purpose may be this pace. You pick it up a little bit more moderate. Your purpose may be this pace, right? You're old pro at this. You've been doing this a long time. This may be your pace. And you may want to power walk, right? Heel toe. Let's go. Maybe you may want to do a consistent long-term power walk, or you may want to mix it up. Power walk a minute, moderate walk 2 minutes, slow walk 1 minute. However you want to mix it up. You want to work your body, all right? Don't overexert your body. See, I have little sayings over here that I've come up with to be me. And that's just how I am about things in life in general, off of here. You want to be different. And when you're doing something that everybody else is doing, you still want to be you want to be a little bit different, right? You want to make what you do about you, right? Everybody can walk. Everybody walk, with God's grace. If you can, that is a good thing. Walking and talking shows so much about your fitness level. It's not just to sound cute, okay? But there are so many things that it can mean. But we just like to make our own little sayings over here. Joshua says, exactly, you already know. I catch your lives, Joshua, and I let them run when I see you live at night. I do. Sometimes I'll say hello. And sometimes it just depends on what I'm doing. If I'm asleep and I get up. Sometimes I get up and I don't even look at the phone. That's one thing I think it's kind of weird. If your phone has gone off or something and it was a phone call or a text, of course you're going to check it to make sure that everybody's okay, or to see if there's something important from work or something. But sometimes people get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to go to the restroom, right? And the first thing they do is grab their phone. I'm like, at 2 in the morning, let me get some sleep. Hey, baby, let me get some sleep. Get some sleep. Hold on a second, y'all. Okay. I'm back. Y'all know I don't run on here. We'll jog sometimes from time to time. But we can't run because what? I don't want my phone to fly across the street. I don't want my phone to fly across the street. So we're gonna go sideways. Because we got action. And what does that mean when I say we got action? We got traffic. So we're gonna march in place, walk in place, trot in place, move in place. Because we got action. And I let all the action go on through. Jordan says, you got it. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you. We let all the action go on through. And believe it or not, there are good ways to walk, right? The military doesn't use a cadence just because it sounds good. All right? People in the world of fitness know that there are great ways to walk, right? When you're trying to improve certain areas. Okay? And listen, again, consult and contact your primary health care provider. All right? Converse with them. Communicate with them. Talk with them. Make sure that you are on the same page as they are. They're on the same page as you. They're on the same page together with each other as it relates to your health and fitness, okay? Make sure, because what do I tell you guys? They form a circle around you. That circle is an atom or a cell. You're the nucleus. He sneaked up on me. He sneaked up on me. Your healthcare team is the circle around you. They are the cell. They are the atom. You're the nucleus. Okay? Okay? How you eat. Those are your nutrients. The things that you eat, those are your nutrients. The things that you do are also your nutrients, your body's nutrients. Not just the things that you eat, the things that you do are your body's nutrients. All right? Those are the things that will be conducive to your body, hopefully functioning and doing the things that you would like for it to do. And you want to listen to your body, okay? Listen to it. Listen to what your body tells you. All right? Listen to how it feels. Y'all know how you eat with your eyes? Right? You eat with your eye. So you want to listen, feel with your ears. Listen to what your body tells you. Feel, feel, feel. Listen. Listen to what your body tells you. All right? Get your routine exams, okay? If you can, try your best to get your routine exams. I know times are tough. Things cost a lot, right? Times are tough. Things cost a lot. Every now and then you go in the grocery store, they might have an avocado for 58 cents. And it's like, they were 58 cents last year. They just jumped to 88 cents between then and now. So now y'all put them back at 58 cents. I don't think a year is too long. I think a year is sufficient. Like something like that shouldn't go up that much in a year. A couple of cents, yeah. Maybe a quarter, but something like that. The cost of the pound per cost, the cost per pound of a pound of grapes shouldn't go up $1. So we just move. We keep moving. Keep moving. One step at a time, step by step, one foot in front of the other. All right? Move. If you happen to catch this replay, thank you. I appreciate you. Leave a comment if you would like. To those who have left comments in the chat, thank you. I appreciate you. So what I realize is that sometimes when you're live, you can see the number of people in your chat or stopping by or passing through. And sometimes you can't. Because sometimes when you get off, you may have quite a bit more than what you saw. So just keep moving. Whatever your goal is for your channel, just keep moving. And believe it or not, I know it's hard to believe, everybody's not on social media to get rich. Some people come on here because it is an outlet for them. You know? It is an outlet. It's a break from the strenuous day. Or, believe it or not, some people still have restraint and they only go on social media certain days. Because just like it is good, they see that the bad it can be as well. And it's not that the social media is bad. The outlet, the platforms, we love them because they give us an outlet. Hey, Georgia girl. Georgia girl says, hi, host and chat. How you doing, Georgia girl? How you doing, Georgia girl? I just left Georgia girl's house a little while ago, y'all. I did. She was having good old conversation over there. She was happy. You know, she was jovial. That was nice to see. She's feeling better. So that is always a good thing. But it was getting late, so I had to come on over here. I didn't go early today like I did yesterday. It was nice outside yesterday. I was at home, so I got a chance to kind of go early. But today, it was hot, okay? It was hot this morning. I worked from home again, but it was hot. It was hot, hot, hot. That sun was out. I mean, yesterday, usually if you want to go in the mornings, of course, like 6 a.m., 6:30 is a good time. You kind of wrap it up around 7:30. But yesterday, it was like after 8, and it was so nice outside. I was working from home, so I was like, let me go on and get up then. Hey, Stefan, bro. Hey. Welcome into the chat. And thank you, Stefan. I appreciate you. I really, really do. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming in and saying hello, for the support. The Jay Jordan has been in here. Please check him out. Joshua Gabriel has been in here. Please check him out. Okay? Joshua's going live sometimes at night. Jordan goes live every day. Of course, my moderator, Georgia Girl. Okay? Every Woman, Wellness, and more. Are you still live, Georgia Girl? Thank you, Stefan. Please check them out. If you would like, subscribe. All right? Get to know them a little bit better if you don't already know them. We don't do sub for sub over here. But when it's somebody who supports you, there is nothing wrong with you encouraging people to check other people out. So call it what they like. All right? But I don't do that sub for sub because I know that YouTube doesn't like that. Even though when you go into the comments, sometimes when they have those auto-generated comments, it'll say stuff like connected and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know if it's that YouTube doesn't like it. I think they don't mind the sub for sub. I don't know for a fact, but I don't think they mind it. But they want it to be genuine. They want it to be genuine. Don't just do it nilly-willy because you're trying to grow, because you won't stay engaged. And eventually they'll, fall off. And if they don't fall off, if they don't come, YouTube will take them off. So I don't think they mind encouraging each other to visit each other. I just think they want the engagement to be real. And I think they also realize that, if you're subscribed to 1,000 people, there's no way you can go and visit each and every one of them every day, right? There's no way you can catch every video that they upload, every short that they upload, every live that they do. But they want to know that you are there, giving a thumbs up or something from time to time. So I got started. Listen, it's funny how yesterday it felt so good out here. I was working from home. I was able to get started early, right? By this time yesterday, I had said I might do a live again and I might not. And the reason I decided not to is because yesterday, when I went live early, I was on there for over an hour. So I was like, I was on over an hour earlier. When I really looked back and thought about what time it was and how long I was on. So I was like, I can chill out this evening. I can chill this evening. So that's what I did. And I was at home again today. But it was hot today, y'all. That sun was out. It was shining bright. And it was beaming. It was beaming with heat. So we were back to this evening. So that's the thing. I used to rotate like that. But I don't like it. Early in the morning, if I'm exercising, all right, before going to work. And on the off days, I'm exercising because that's what I was used to. But I still would rotate. But it started being too hot in the afternoons. So it just went from doing a couple of weeks in the morning, afternoon, and then evening and starting over to just morning and afternoon. But sometimes I get to running behind. I have other things to do. So I work out but I put my walk and talks. We just left them in the evening time. We left them in the evening time. Thank you guys for those 3 thumbs up. I appreciate you. Yeah, I know I don't fuss about that, but I definitely appreciate it. We left them to the morning time. I mean, to the evenings. And it's nice. Whether it's, no matter what the season is, whether it's spring, summer, fall, or winter, it's nice. Now in the winter, especially once it's gotten cold, we'll stay inside on Ellie sometimes on my elliptical, and we'll walk and talk with Ellie. And sometimes I'll get on my stepper, but I like to use my stepper to kind of build when I'm wanting to feel a little bit more toned or build a little bit more muscle. So we'll get on the treadmill. I don't think I get on the treadmill on here. I think whenever I do inside, I do Ellie. Ellie, my elliptical, my best friend. She's my favorite piece of equipment anyway. And my step platform is my next best piece of equipment. And I always use that in the mornings to work out. But I was like, I might as well use it on here. And so I love those 2 pieces of equipment. Free weights are great. Barbells, dumbbells. Okay, when it comes to weightlifting, all kinds of bells. We've been out here for 24 minutes. Since I came a little bit later, I might be on for another like 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you guys for being here. Stefan, Georgia Girl, Joshua, Jay Jordan. It was someone else, I think. That's it. I try not to miss anybody. And like I always say, everybody's not on here with dreams of candy bouncing around in their heads, thinking to get rich. We come on here to just network with a select group of people that we tend to click with. And I like having a nice, quiet crowd of people. When I say quiet, I mean we come in, we speak with each other, we have a good laugh, we have a good conversation. The conversation doesn't get too far away from us because it's usually not a lot. And I enjoy that. It's not a lot of people. Now some people prefer a lot. They love that type of engagement. And that's a good thing because I do too. I like watching chats like that. But I don't necessarily I don't think I would like to handle a chat like that. Because then you have to, you have to do your content, whatever you're discussing, you're talking about, you have to stay focused on that, and you have to focus on the chat. Now, and you have to have more moderators. Because oftentimes your moderators don't come when you have a few. So when you have a bigger chat, you need your moderators. And with those that don't come, you have to make more. So that can be something too. Paying attention to your moderators, paying attention to your chat, paying attention to the topic at hand, having the discussion, whatever you guys are talking about. So, like I said, it's a great thing. It's a good thing. I wouldn't mind it. But if I had a preference, I like coming on here and I like us talking and having a good time and people coming through saying hello. Of course, you get trolls. Y'all know I always say, if they paid the trolls would be the richest people on these apps, right? The trolls would be the richest people on the app. Because they do their jobs. Uh-oh. See, I had to hit, let me see. It felt good here today. You're welcome. See, Stefan, something told me to check my messages. Because it's something, I don't understand it. Especially, there's not a lot of people in here. You'll have it on top messages, right? And you'll see a couple. And you put it on, you hit all messages. Sometimes it's the same thing, but sometimes there's a message or two that they don't show. And I don't understand that. If it's a big chat or a lot of messages going up, I understand it because it's so many. There's overcrowded. But when it's just a few, I don't understand that. Something just told me to hit that. And so I was able to see your other 2 comments. So sometimes, and then the thing about it is sometimes it switches back on its own. Because just then it was on top messages. When I start out, I usually put it on all messages. So at some point it switched from all back to top. I don't know if it's when you guys started, making comments or however it was, but it wasn't a whole lot of comments. So it switched. I always put it on all. I try to remember to put it on all. There may be sometimes I forget, but I usually do. And then next thing you know, like 15 minutes in or so, I'll check it. And sometimes it'll still be all, but sometimes it's often switched to top. And when it's on top messages, to me, it seems like that's when you miss some of the messages. So guys, if there's ever a message in there and you don't think I saw it, it's probably because of that. I don't know. You have it on your end too. It says top messages or all messages. So if I ever didn't see it, either I actually just didn't see it, or say Lions hit all messages or something. Or maybe even put it in there again. If you don't put it in there again, say hit all messages, especially if it's something that you want me to address or to see. But I noticed that, and I don't know why it does that when there's not that many people in the chat. I can understand when there's a chat full and the chat is going fast. Because I like to engage with you guys, and I like for I have to keep my head on a swivel because I'm outside. And even though I'm in a familiar environment, I know a lot of people, you still have to keep their head on the swivel. You gotta look, you gotta watch. I told you guys the day I saw a peacock in the yard, I was like, wait a minute. Wait 1 minute. And so then you have to watch for the dogs, loose dogs or stray dogs from time to time. You have to watch for the ones who are usually up, but they may slip out or something like that. And then you just have to watch for, you never know when a raccoon or something, an armadillo or something might pop out. Let's see, deep breathing. Let me see. Let me start slowing down. It's almost 30 minutes, 29:46 seconds. Let us get our daily country Wayne stuff in, because I haven't watched. You know what? It wasn't that many when I checked. I did no. Was that yesterday when Larry was checking that lady? That was like last night, I think. So let me see. But I did watch, and I saw that D act like it's all good. Like I'm so sick of D. I don't know what to do. D bring Momo to Mike's car wash business. Someone said Momo is Wayne's cousin. I'm starting to be. Got to be. Because tired of her. Shoot. Arby is his brother. Momo must really need some money then, because Arby his brother. And he ain't on there that much. I'm so tired of Momo. I don't know what to do. And I'm so tired of D. And I'm so tired of them writing the story. Now they're trying to write Momo like a victim or something. Not really like a victim, but wanting you to feel sorry for her. So they show her child in bed one time. Who's keeping her child any other time? Who's keeping her child all the rest of the time? Danisha probably kept her, because I know when they first kind of came on the scene with Melissa, and Danisha and Momo seemed like they were a little bit closer than Melissa was. Because remember when Danisha was letting Melissa use her car, and that's when she started being late for school, when her car, something went on with Melissa's car, and she was using Danisha's car. And then after a while, Danisha just said no. She said no. Exactly, Stefan, that child came out of nowhere. And what I don't like about his skits is that they will use children. Now Parker, I like Parker, the way they have Parker on there. Parker is smart. Sometimes they let her be a little bit too grown, but overall, Parker is okay. I was too tickled when she was changing the locks on Phil's door. Overall, Parker is okay. And she stays in the child's place. She says some stuff that you be like, this little girl, she's doing too much. But her tone, you know how like they say tone is everything? And so with kids, sometimes it's not always what they say either, it's how they say it. Now sometimes she really be checking her dad, but she always uses it in a childlike tone. She does it with a child's tone. And I know some people may be like, how are you gonna check your parent with a child's tone? Well, out of the mouths of babes. Sometimes a child can say something and it'll really open your eyes to something that you need to improve on. Something you need to do better. It may be something that an adult should be telling you, but it may be something that only that child has been witnessing from you. And that child, because they have been around adults or they've seen adults, or, children are very smart. They're like sponges, and they're very perceptive. They pick up on things, and they know right from wrong. They start to learn right from wrong. So that's the vibe I get with Parker. Sometimes she says some things that an adult should be saying, but she never uses it with an adult tone. And when D found out about Raffy and Momo, he left and came right back over there like nothing had happened. So what's supposed to go? So he knows, and for him to want to bring her to that business, to me, he has no respect. And like we said a long time ago, there is no bro code or no sis code on there. He has no respect. How does he think that that's going to make that man's brother feel when he comes to the business, or if he chooses to work at the business, and he and Momo are right there in his face? And D don't want it with Raffy. And I don't think it'll get to that, or it shouldn't get to that. But my thing is, Raffy is about loyalty, and the disrespect is what would probably come off. Because he acted as if nothing happened. He sat there in her face and told her, "You are not Tamara." Tamara wouldn't do that. Made her, and she was so, it's like their characters are so clueless. It's like it made her mad, of course, but she didn't ponder on that at all. She should have pondered on that. When he told her that, she should have sat down and thought about that the way she sat down and thought about being with Ralphie when she was done being with Ralphie. And then that didn't affect her too bad because she went and took that money. D also bring Tamara to my... See, that's why his mama left him alone. That's why his mama told him if he wanted that group, he can do it. He'll do it. Why would you, okay, Momo gave him the idea to have girls there. Kind of like copying off of Wild 'N Out. Girls in, outfits and stuff like that. So she gave him that idea, which wasn't such a brilliant idea like he tried to act like it was. But my thing is, you know what this girl is about now. And it's okay to treat her with respect, because you should respect everybody. But you're acting like she didn't do anything wrong. And I just honestly don't know. I want to see him and Momo in front of Ralphie for the first time. Because the way he did it, it was almost like, well, I'm mad right now, but I'll be back. Because he did go back over there. And then he having this crazy conversation like nothing happened. So to me, it's giving off the perception that they want us to see that as, well, she's really legitimately with D, which she was. But D doesn't care because of her needs. She had to fool with his brother or any other man. And it just happened to be his brother. So he's willing to, he's looking at it like, well, because, D wasn't giving her money like she wanted. And then she asked for a car before and he didn't get it. So I think they're making, with D, they're saying, well, okay, she had some needs. I wasn't doing everything, so she went to somebody else. Which, since he can forgive that, I understand that. But the fact that it was Ralphie, and she knew, I don't understand that. Right, Stephon, everybody. Everybody. And she knew that, I think she knows that they know each other. Because even Danisha kept asking her, what are you going to do? Like, how long is this going to go on? I think she knew that they know each other. But even if she didn't know, I think she knew. But even if she didn't know, D knows. And now that it's Ralphie, if it should have been, this is it. But again, he's treating it like, oh, I know she don't want Ralphie, so I'm good. He's not treating it like a brotherly situation. I didn't like how they let Mike wait about 2 good days before he told Ralphie either. But it's like they're not treating it like it should be treated. At least, even for a storyline, if you want to make a good storyline, he should have broke it off with her, had a conversation with Ralphie. He didn't have to run to Ralphie to have a conversation, but let them be known that a conversation with Ralphie would be had before there would be a conversation with Momo again. And even though, even if he did talk to Momo again, let her know that, nah, I got to talk to my homie and see what he's saying. Because you saying it's just this. Let me see what he's saying about it. She acting like it wasn't serious. It was just, basically, she pretty much, in a roundabout way, said she was using Ralphie. So, D, you still down with this lady? And if you're gonna be, fine. But let her know that you're not making any big decisions until you talk to Rafi. D has fallen off. So if she's Wayne's cousin and he's in her storyline, he gave her a trashy storyline. He's not. Uh-oh. You're in love with Sade. Sade is pretty. Sade is pretty. And I don't know. I don't know how Jocelyn's gonna feel. I think eventually, in some type of way, Sade and Rafi are gonna end up being together, or they could get close. And I don't know how Jocelyn is gonna feel about that. But my thing is, Jocelyn doesn't want Rafi. She loves him. She has feelings for him. But unless you know how they do, unless all of a sudden she starts to want him, she hasn't wanted Rafi that way. She has feelings for him. She knows she has loved him, and I think she still loves him romantically, but not in love with him. Because if she were really in love with him, she would have interfered with that Momo mess a long time ago. And I think he and Sade would be good. Because Sade is not a user. She's not a user. And if T put her foot down, I think Momo would be out of there. But see that when you remember when D went to T, and all of a sudden it's like we're thinking, okay, he about to leave Momo alone. But then he started telling Wiley that mess about, well, Momo understand me because she's from the streets. Okay, but if you're not gonna be happy with her, eventually you're gonna start to detach from her, and you're not really in love with her. And even if you fall in love with her, what you're telling everybody is that you're in love with T still. Even when Asia and them say it, he almost agrees. Like Asia told her sister, you know he in love with T. Asia's told him. He doesn't deny it. He'll tell her, I'll stop doing this and stop doing that. You know, he doesn't deny it. He's in love with T. So my thing is, why are you wasting time with this girl simply because she's from the street and she don't mind the way you get your money? Like D is not, he's not smart, and he's really not as street savvy as they put him to be, or they make him to be. Because at the end of the day, I think that if T put her foot down and said that, okay, Damien, I'm willing to let you do whatever, let her go, Momo would be gone. Because then he would be able to do that street business like he wants to, in peace with the woman he's in love with. See, when he comes home or he goes to have his little peace or his little downtime, he wants to be with somebody like Momo because that's what she's about. So that's crazy. That's crazy. And I don't even understand why he thinks that all of them can work together like that. At Mike's place, Momo, T, next he'll bring Mimi up in there. What if Mimi doesn't work out at the hair salon place? He gonna try to bring her up in there. Like, what is going on here? Trill baby mama is tall, but Nikki was still taller than her. She is. I thought she had on heels. She might still be tall, but I didn't even pay attention. When was the last time I saw her? I saw her that day she came in and talked to Trill. Oh, when she talked to Hollywood yesterday. When she talked to Hollywood's so stupid. She got herself in just a mess. First of all, that's Rashawn's house. You don't own the house, lady. You're not buying the house. You're renting. Trill told Dudu anywhere his product is his home. So she told Melissa she could get the hell on. But guess what? She gonna be the one getting her ass up out of Rashad's house. Because when Rashad finds out what's going on, it's gonna be some mess. Because that's still his house. And then she got Dudu building holes in the wall talking about for a safe. That lady is crazy. She is crazy, and nobody likes her because looking at the skits, she's able-bodied. She should be up and working and contributing to the household. Dudu, first thing he wants to talk about is a bae. It's like, oh my gosh, your mentality at your age is crazy. Yes, Nikki came in and looked a little taller, not much. Oh, okay. And you know, Nikki is another one who I thought would be with Rafi. At first, when she was going through that abuse with what's his name? Um J Mo's cousin. When he was abusing her, I thought that one time they were gonna set it up for Nikki and Rafi to be together. So there are two other beautiful people that Rafi could be with besides Momo. Nikki and definitely Sade. Definitely Sade. So Trill's mama is up in there like she and see he wasn't he did, I don't, it's all so dumb. Why would you ask your baby's auntie to help a family that you doing this type of business with, and you're also interested in the daughter? So that was crazy, for one. But I don't. At the end of the day, I don't even think that he didn't help them find the place. He didn't really help them find the place because it ended up being that Jocelyn and Rashad found them the place. So, but I guess since he's gonna pay for it, because I'm like, why does she have to let them do anything? Rashad and Jocelyn found the place, talked about it, and said, okay, they can live there. But I forgot, she too lazy to work, so he gonna have to pay for it. Nikki told on Hollywood to Melissa about Trill. They are mad at each other now, Hollywood and Melissa. Yeah, yep. Melissa was checking her yesterday, and they was like, Hollywood puts Melissa in a child's place. No, she didn't, because Hollywood is the only one acting childish. She's acting childish, she's acting lazy, and she's acting like somebody owes her something. And then when she had that conversation with Dudu, and he was talking about if his brother gets out, how he gonna have a place to come. I'm like, if y'all were gonna bring a ghetto family, y'all could have did better than this. Their storyline is horrible. The only one, because isn't Easy supposed to be in jail? And then she has another son or something like that. So the only one who is even trying is Melissa. That's why I'm like, why y'all had to put her, even though she came on the scene with J-Mo, y'all should have gave her a better family to have to deal with, because they are sorry. It's just like when Dudu went to that man's job trying to tell him what type of shirt he's gonna wear to that man's job. The man said, don't wear a shirt advertising some other business. He goes there anyway. See, that's the type of person who wants to have something and wants to control something and doesn't have anything. So it's Easy who's not coming out. Because she has another son in there too. Because they were afraid that they would end up running into each other and finding out that they're brothers. So he's not coming out. So it's going to be basically Hollywood, Melissa, Dudu, and Nikki at the house. And Chris going to probably eventually move in. But if they keep it that long. But what I hope happens is, I hope that Melissa and Nikki go ahead and move out. Because remember, they were supposed to be moving out. Hollywood begged them to stay because she's trying to keep Trill around. But now you got to deal with Trill's baby mama. Ain't that crazy? She begged them to stay because she wants him to try and keep Trill around. Now she got to deal with the baby mama. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back. So now she has to deal with the baby mama. Knowing this man likes your daughter. So Hollywood is just in a mess. She's just in a mess. That is crazy. She's just in a mess. Um, I like Nikki, but I think Nikki is messy sometimes. I like Nikki. And I don't know, Nikki sometimes, you know those people who are like smart, but then they have dumb moments. I wish she would step out of Mike's apartment. Like, it was already the thing about the way she dressed, right? Now that he's not with Melissa, like, why are you going over there to tell Mike what Melissa is doing or how Melissa is feeling about somebody? Like, you need to stay out of that. That's none of your business. Now, if they come to her, that's different, and ask her a question, that's different. But she's over there, and I know part of it is that she wants them together. She really does like Mike, and Nikki doesn't ask for a lot. But she over there asking Mike about Hulk. When you have another man who's trying to do trading and trying to help make a way for you to do some things, and you worried about Hulk, girl, sit down. Sit down. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Robert says, hello, Miss Pride. How you doing, Robert? Welcome to the chat. Happy Tuesday to you. I hope it's a terrific Tuesday, a tasty Tuesday, a talk to me Tuesday, talk about it Tuesday. Whatever Tuesday you're experiencing, I hope it's a good Tuesday. But yeah, I don't like that. I don't like how I like Nikki too. She and Melissa are the only two I like. But I just don't like it when she has those moments where she wants to insinuate herself into stuff that she probably should stay out of. Like I said, if Melissa asks you for your opinion, fine. If Mike asks you something, fine. But the way she went over to Mike's house, I was like, whoa, pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. If she was going to kind of get Melissa out of some stuff, that would have been different. But other than that, I like Nikki too. I think she really likes Mike though, and she really wants him with her cousin. Because, just the fact that when Mike showed her how to save money, which should be easy, but sometimes, it can be the most educated person. It can be the smartest person. Sometimes you got to tell them how to do the simple things. And I think she appreciated him just simply telling her, giving her that box, saying, hey, put your money in here. Because to Mike, that box was nothing. Like, there was a good thought process behind it. But he gave it to her like, it was like a small lesson with a big result, with a big outcome for her. So I think she really likes Mike. And I think that's probably why. So I don't like it when she gets in that stuff, but I think that's why. Facts, they the only two I like from the family. And like I said, yeah, and like Melissa, like I didn't like when she threw a shot at Mike about him not having nothing, because he did get you to deal with the store. Now, I didn't like that. But, some of them are a work in progress. They kind of rough. They rough around the edges. I do like the fact that she feels like, even though she don't have to clock in, she does need to try and establish some type of business for herself. And when Dom tried to set her up for that guy to try and talk to her, she was like, she shut that down. So Melissa's not as dumb as some people say she is, even though she does make some dumb decisions. But all of them do that. It's like all of them do that. So that's the reason I always like her so much, because everybody that calls her weird, dumb, from the hood, ghetto, y'all making the same type of decisions. Y'all are making the same type of decisions. So Robert says, great. I'm in Springfield, Ohio, at the U.S. Express terminal. Just started my 34-hour reset. We're having our Driver's Appreciation Week. Really? Well, congratulations on Driver's Appreciation Week. I did not know that was, I didn't even know you know what? It is good that they do that, because I never thought about that. I never heard of it. I won't say I never thought about it, but I never heard of it. So it's good. I think every industry should have like an appreciation day, an appreciation week. Definitely, truckers. Definitely truckers. Because you guys make it happen. You get the things to where they need to be in order for us, whether it's food, clothing, auto parts, whatever it is. Once it drops down, once it lands, you guys get it where it needs to be. So congratulations on that Driver's Appreciation Week. You're about to start another 24-hour. Well, you just started your 24-hour reset. Stefan says she was mad, and Hollywood reason I believe that came out. Hollywood, I'm just so over. It's like, I don't even know how to explain her. I'm just so over her. She gave Nikki good advice one time, and that's been so long ago. And even people then were like, but they didn't like her, but that was, that was real. That was good advice. And so when she does have her good moments, nobody can really get with Hollywood. Like with Melissa, we knew she was kind of like, I wouldn't say she was a gold digger. I mean, she was in a relationship with a seller, a street guy. So that's what they do. She took advantage of it. That's what they do. She really wasn't taking advantage of him. He knew what was up. But even though J-Mo was a street guy, her family was taking advantage of him. So she's the only one that, like, after that, she started trying to do something. Hollywood, walking around in town, meeting folks, talking about she getting a smoothie and she working out and she all this kind of stuff, and trying to give lessons. What lessons are you giving, Hollywood? Like, what lessons are you giving? Yes, they're gonna have prizes, good food. I got a T-shirt and a tool bag. 2 years ago, my name was drawn, and I won a $500 gift card. Listen, claim it again. Claim it again, Robert. Claim it again. That's good. That's good. I know you. Well, I know you were glad to get that $500 gift card. $500. Imagine getting a $500 gift card now. Mike should have told her no if he couldn't do it. Right. Right. Yeah. And it's like when Mike was doing stuff for them, it was like them. It was them. At first, they started kind of on the low, asking Melissa. Melissa asked for a couple of things. Then the next thing you know, they were all full out comfortable. Especially Hollywood and Uncle Doodoo. They was just all out comfortable, begging that man, begging. Like, if you can go to work, go to work. And even if you still need some assistance, you don't have to ask for so much. Robert says, in the name of Jesus, let me tell you, they give. That's a good prize. $500. Claim it. Safa says, hey, Georgia girl. Georgia girl says, hi there, Robert. Yeah, a $500 gift card right now to a grocery store, to any store, a grocery store, auto parts store, hardware store, bookstore, clothing store, Amazon, wherever you want to use it at. A $500 gift card right now is good. Robert says, hi, Georgia girl. A $500 gift card right now could go a long way. I know everything is expensive and everything has gone up and everything is going up, but $500 would help. It'll help. Especially $500 that you weren't expecting. Yes, Robert. Amen. It'll go a long way. And listen, if it's one of those $500 like Visa gift cards, and you can spend it anywhere. Yes, Stefan. Oh my gosh, one of those $500 gift cards that you can spend anywhere. Those are the best. I think the next best gift card would probably be any gift card that you can spend anywhere. That's the top gift card. Then next, maybe like an Amazon gift card or something. I was about to, Georgia girl. Then we started talking. I was about to, Georgia girl. We started back talking. Yeah, we started back talking. We started talking about stuff, this old YouTube stuff, and next thing you know, what I had said in about 5 minutes, I think that was like what was it? It was like 30 minutes ago that I said that. That was like 30 minutes ago that I said that. Stefan. Georgia girl says, I'm between you and Miss Keith. Thank you for supporting me. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate that. So Miss Key is on. I probably got the notification and didn't see it. So I'm gonna put my laptop on Miss Key. Yep, I'm gonna put my laptop on Miss Key. How much more does she need? Does she know how much more does she need? February 9th, 2026 will be 10 years with the company. I'm ready to do boots on the ground. Come on in, Robert. I know you are. That's good. Get it in. Look, it'll be here. It'll be here before you know it. What's this? Well, this is September 16th, y'all. The first day to the second half of the 30-day month of September. It'll be October. Y'all know once October hits, it's like holiday season from October to January. Even though the only holiday in October is Halloween, it's still like October season. It's still like holiday season from October to January, because in October, people start looking at their saved up PTO time. They start looking at their vacation time so that they start looking at their holiday pay to figure out what they need to do. They start, some people start shopping for the holidays so that they won't be in a rush in November and December. So they start getting some of the needed things, the things that they really need, some of the things they want. They start looking at, what day, if they work, depending on how their job is, what days can they be off, if they're actually going to be off for the holidays, if they'll be able to travel. So like October, that's when all that stuff starts. And this is September 16th. Georgia girl, you was on one today, girl. You was happy though. You could tell you felt better. You could tell you were feeling good. You were happy. You were jovial. That's good. That's good. Like I said, you just got to keep on doing what you're doing. It's gonna be some times where you be like, oh, like oh. But when you feel good, you just get up and let everybody know. Get up and let everybody know. Sometimes that makes you feel good, just letting people know you feel good. Robert says, my birthday will be coming November 3rd. You'll be 54. November 3rd. Listen, Robert, it'll be here soon. It'll be here soon. Georgia girl says, okay, Robert. It'll be here soon. Look, you got October 3rd. November 3rd is your birthday. If you look at it like that, being that we're in the middle of September, you got October 3rd. The next 3rd will be your birthday. Georgia girl says, yep, today was great. Yeah, it was like you had energy. You was like, you was on one. You was on one. You was up there. That was good. I was like, you sound better. You look better. And you just were happy. Because like you said, it was like days that you came on over the past couple of weeks. And we could tell that you weren't feeling good. Because, you told us you wouldn't be on live that much. But then you started bouncing back. See, isn't that something how you can look back over the course of time and just look at how you started to bounce back? You came back. You still was kind of looking like you weren't feeling good. And you weren't, but you were feeling a little bit better. Remember, you were always saying that you feel a little bit better. You were saying, like, if something flared up or like if you sat too long. But you were doing better because for a minute, you took a break. You started easing on back. And today you popped out. Today you popped out. So that was good. That's good. And tell them folks they better leave our Boosie alone. I don't know what's going on, but they better leave Boosie alone. I don't know what's going on, but they better leave Boosie alone. Because Boosie don't play. Boosie don't play. I also took her that day you said Boosie said she was bullying the little girl too. I hollered. I said, Boosie said they bullied each other. Girl, I was so tickled, Georgia girl, when she said that. Oh my gosh. You had told us and then you was talking about it. Boosie came to us. Boosie said, we bully each other. Girl, I was so outdone. I was so done with Boosie. That was too funny. That's nothing but they wanted to be friends. That's all it was. They just wanted to be friends. I bet you her and that little girl still friends. Even if they still fall out, I bet you they still friends. Because that's how it be in high school. Not in high school. That's how it be in elementary school these days. Because these little elementary kids, they worse than the high schoolers. Lord, Boosie want to fight. Now she didn't be like that. Boosie want to fight. Like Robert said, Boosie want to put Boosie on the ground. Boosie said, square up. Square up. Robert says, I celebrated my birthday with two of my nephews. History fact, it's been 8 years since my mother-in-law from my ex-wife made transition. And producer Quincy Jones died last year on... Really? He did? How old was Quincy Jones? Quincy Jones was in his 90s, wasn't he? Quincy Jones lived a long time. They back and forth, her and that little girl. I figured they would be. When Boosie said, When Boosie said they bully each other, that was too funny. I figured they'd be back and forth. They probably can't do without each other. Like my great grandmama used to say, y'all can't sell horses. Listen, when they used to say that, we used to be like, what they mean? We can't sell horses. It still sounds funny. And to somebody who never heard it, they still wouldn't know what it means. But I remember our parents and our grandparents used to say, y'all can't sell horses. Especially my great grandmama. She used to say that all the time. Y'all can't sell horses. I don't know where they get those sayings from, but all that means was they can't get along. They can't get along. And then she'll see like me and my little cousin or something, me and my siblings, one of us running through the house. We running through the house together. I can remember them saying, look at them. They getting along right now. About 30 minutes, an hour, they ain't going to be able to sell horses. Right. Your grandmother said that too. Yep. They can't sell horses. We used to be like, little kids, we used to be like, what they talking about? But some of that stuff, y'all, when they would say some of that stuff, you know how kids are. You just figured out what they were talking about. When they said it enough times and you looked at when they said it, you into it with your sister, you into it with your brother, you and your cousin fussing, y'all fighting, y'all running through the house, chasing each other outside, running in the house, crying mad. And then you hear them say some stuff enough. You figure out what they mean. You figure out what they mean quick. But at first, I remember they used to say some stuff, especially if it was the first time we hear it. We'd be like, what? What are they talking about? But yep, they used to tell us all the time, y'all can't sell horses. I remember my great grandmama used to say, we used to all have, I don't know how y'all did back in the day, but you know, just growing up, you do stuff. So everybody does something usually that's similar, and everybody does something that's different. And sometimes it's just the way you do it. But we all had our own little, granddaddy used to say, get your water jug. So we all had our own little, basically Stanley cup, but it was a jug, and it usually would be like a glass jug. And honestly, the glass jugs are the best because they talk about how much stuff they put in these different cups and stuff that we carry around now. And then when you think about it, the way they make some of those cups, all that spinning and all that different stuff they do to it to get the colors on it, to get the decorations on it, a lot of that stuff leaks into the metal or the material of the cup, whatever they use. And that's why some of these cups have on there now, no BPA, no this, no that. But still, they had to use something to make it. So it's something in those cups. And we used to always have use glass jars or glass cups. That's why I put on a short one day. What can you do with this? It was a pickle jar, y'all. It was a pickle jar. You can reuse it to pickle stuff. You can use it as a drinking glass. You know, it's a lot. That's what we used to keep for our grandparents, for my daddy, our granddaddy, and great granddaddy, and the boys in the family. My grandmother did not throw away jars. All the jars that we use today in the stores, the peanut butter and jelly. If you get, most of those are in plastic, but like some of the grape jelly jars, the preserve jars and stuff like that, we kept those jars and we used those as drinking glasses. 79. Oh, okay. Just in case 9 kids, he left them like $330 million, and it was divided amongst his children. Quincy Jones was successful. Very, very, very successful. Yeah, Georgia girl, mayonnaise jars. Listen, we would get like the pickle jars. We'd have to let the dish soap or dish detergent sit in there for a while because that smell. We put a little bit of Clorox in it, put some dish detergent in it because the smell of the pickle was so strong. But it was a pickle jar, like you said, mayo jars, any jars that was glass. And honestly, I still do that to this day because when you use those now, I don't know for a fact, but most of the glass is just glass. It doesn't have all this extra stuff. Now they have to make it. Of course, they got to spin them. They got to do some stuff to it. But I think the things that they put in these other containers, I don't think they put that stuff in glass. So a lot of people like to, like when it comes to drinking water, you know, the plastic leaks, the water, it gets too hot. You never know how long they've been on the trucks. You get it in your house. Sometimes people forget and leave it in the car. It may be hot. Now, if it's cold, maybe it's not as bad, but still, if it's cold, it changes the composition. If it's cold enough to change the composition of the water has to thaw. So it gets breakdown and stuff leaks into it from the plastic. So a lot of times, you know, but Water in the plastic bottles is so convenient, so they still sell it. You could tell now sometimes the plastic isn't as strong, and I sometimes wonder if that's because they're trying to use, less plastic to make it, because plastic does the material in the plastic can leak into the water. So I don't know if that's why sometimes, or if it's just a cheaper way to do it. It may just be that it's a cheaper way to do it, but a lot of times the plastic bottles, they're not as strong as they used to be when it comes to water. Sometimes now you can get them, you can just squeeze them in your hand with the water in them and just gush all the water out of it. You used to do that back in the day, but it was tough. It was tough to do. Now you can just get it. A baby can grab a bottle of water and just squeeze it and just crumble that plastic up. Robert says, I use my empty Pringles can for a piggy penny bank. Yep. Yep. When we were kids, we did that. Made about $13. I used to have a big water jug. Save it for years, and you'll save money. And so instead of buying so much like bottled water in that plastic, just get you a filter, a good filter, and fit it around your faucet. Because a lot of the times the water that we're buying out of the stores, y'all know they did that study or that investigation and found out that certain bottling companies, they just go straight to the faucet, or they just get just a water source from the building or whatever, and they fill those. That's how they use the water. That's how they sell it. So unless you live in a place where there's a lot of contamination and you know about it, I think all water is contaminated. So they have to get it to a certain level of whatever to get it to the people. So get you a filter and make sure that you change your filter regularly. Usually it'll have a little sign, like it'll turn from one color to another color when it's time to change it as it starts to wear. And if you can't get a filter, because they make these faucets now kind of big, and it's like they hold them like almost like an open, like it's like they're not as narrow as they used to be. Y'all know what I'm talking about, like the faucets that you pick them up and it's almost like a shower head. So you really can't fit a filter on it, but you can still buy the glass filter, the pitchers with the filters on them. When you fill it and when you pour, you still get filtered water that way. So you can still do that. Yeah, I used to have a big water saving jug. Save it for years and you'll have some money. Listen, I saw a man in Louisiana. I can't remember if it was in New Orleans or what town, what city he was in, but he was in Louisiana, and he needed dental work. And that's how he was able to get his dental work. That's how he was able to get, when he counted all his money, he went and had it all, he turned it all in, had it all counted, and got paper money, converted into paper money from coins. He had enough money to get his dental work. He had a few $1,000s. And some people may look at that like it took him forever and all he ended up with was like $5,000. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. George Girl says, still here listening. Okay, George Girl, I'm about to get out of here because it's been an hour and 11 minutes. I'm about to get out of here. But thank you for coming over, George Girl. I appreciate you. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Stefan. I think Stefan might have went to sleep. Stefan will get sleepy on you. He may be asleep. He might be just out. He might be out visiting and checking out some other channels. But Stefan is a good supporter. I appreciate him. So who was it? It was Joshua Gabriel and it was the Jay Jordan. Let me see. I don't want to miss anybody. Robert, Stefan, Georgia Girl came in here right after Jordan, and I think before Joshua. I think either right before or right after Joshua. But whenever you came, and I appreciate you. Thank you guys for being here. Y'all know I always say, remember those R words, the positive R words. Rest, relax, release, relate to what you can, resolve what you can. What you can't relate to and what you can't resolve, God is in charge. Okay? Remember who you are. Refill your cup mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Restore your heart, mind, body, and soul. Replenish. Rehydrate. Reevaluate. Rethink. Right? A lot of these words just come with the R-E in front of it, right? Remember who you are. Revisit some things that you used to do that maybe you don't do anymore. That can bring you some joy, can bring you some peace, bring you some happiness, help you to relax. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Thank you to all who came through, and thank you for anyone who may catch part of the replay. I appreciate you. SELF, that four-letter important word called self. Self-love, self-motivation, self-dedication, self-determination, self-esteem, right? Self-evaluation, right? There's a whole lot of other positive stuff that you can put the four-letter word self in front of. You can also say selfish, and that's okay. It's a good thing to be selfish sometimes, because you hopefully you put God first, and most of us we put family first. So take some time, take some time to put yourself first sometimes. Be a little selfish. Not saying being overly selfish. Be a little bit selfish. Put yourself first so that you can regroup, rethink, reevaluate. Okay? Get yourself together, and then you'll be able to continue to put those that you love first. Yeah. See, when we talk about this, just like exercise, yes, it's about the physical. It's about the mental, the spiritual, the emotional. Why? Because it's about heart, mind, body, and soul. See, if you think physical, not just physical, but mental, spiritual, and emotional, it'll go over right into that heart, mind, body, and soul. So do the things that you need to do that are conducive for your growth. Don't worry about other people. Some people you're going to get along with, some people you're not. Some people, that's just like in your family. You got some family members that you get along with that you don't. You got some family members that you don't hate them at all, but you keep your distance. You see them at the family reunion. You see them at the local Walmart. You say, hey, you stop for a few seconds. How you doing? Maybe talk for a little while, but you keep going. You may not call them. You may not talk to them again until you see them. And then you got some family member that you call every day, 2 or 3 times a day. So just reevaluate your situation and your circumstances sometimes. Like they say, don't let peace be the reward, just the reward. Let peace be the requirement. If you let peace be the requirement, it'll automatically be the reward, right? If you let peace be the requirement, another R word, it'll automatically be the reward, another R word. So basically, there'll be both. But if you more so focus on it being the requirement, hopefully that'll be your reward. Think requirement first, and you get the reward of peace. Make peace a requirement, you get the reward of peace. All right? So y'all know what time it is. It's time for peace, positivity, and prosperity. Because without peace, there is chaos. Without positivity, there's negativity. Wherever chaos and negativity roam, as we can see right now currently in our country, it's not going to always be peaceful. But you hopefully you can, keep the chaos from getting so chaotic, if that makes sense. Like, there's always going to be levels of peace. There's always going to be levels of chaos. Hopefully, the peace can outweigh the chaos. Right? So that you can walk peacefully, patiently, and purposefully into your purpose. Because each of you have a purpose. And if you let chaos and negativity dance around you, stay all over you, in front of you, you pay a lot of attention to it, you fail to prosper to your fullest potential. So we want to prosper to our fullest potential. And you do that by making peace the requirement, so that it brings about that reward. The reward of you walking into your purpose. So I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk in Lion's Pride original. Do something to make yourself happy. Make your family happy. Cook. Do whatever you need to do. Clean. Go pick up the clothes from the cleaners. Go pick up the kids or the grandkids from school. The nieces and nephews even. Go pick up the neighborhood kids. Whatever you got to do. But remember, to be selfish is not a bad thing all the time. As long as you're being selfish for a good cause. You're being selfish to make sure that you're okay, so that you can continue to do what you're doing. All right, y'all. Thank you, Georgia girl, for hanging in there and being in here. I'm about to go in here and turn Miss Key. Is Miss Key still live? I'm about to go in here and let her run on my laptop. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Stefan. Who else? I said Jordan, Joshua, Betty. Usually retirement days comes in here. Betty, retirement days come for Foods or More. I'm going to give her a shout out because Betty is really, really good about coming in and supporting. So maybe she's busy today. We're not going to fuss at her. Okay? We're not going to fuss at her. Hey, Betty. Y'all go over there and check the content creators out. Like I said, I don't do the sub for sub because I'm not really sure. I don't think YouTube likes it. But then again, I don't think they have a problem with it. I think they have a problem with it when you just do it. You just go through chat doing it. And you're not being sincere in, following up with other people. I think that's the issue. So, but I do encourage people who support each other, who I see support me. You don't have to be in every live. You don't have to be on every short. You don't have to leave a comment every day. But there are certain ones of us who interact on a regular basis, and I appreciate their support. So I try to send people to give you guys that same support. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully, if it's the Lord's will, tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow because I got a lot of running around to do. Y'all know we was talking about holiday shopping and stuff. I got some stuff that's on sale in some places I want to go look at. But if not, if it's the Lord's will, I will see you guys on Thursday. So y'all have a good rest of your week. Have a wonderful Wednesday, a wonderful rest of your week. And if I see you out here, I'll say hello. If y'all see me, say hello. Bye, y'all.